Be discussing momentum today, and I think it's one of the secret keys to success and just getting in line with all the self-improvement ventures that we're trying to get onto. It's very interesting, right? What is your perception of me? You've seen my physique, you've seen my business, the social skills, you've seen like a lot of shit on YouTube. A lot of people, especially relating to like the physique and kickboxing and everything, you know, the physical side of stuff, they think I'm a hard worker. They think like, oh my god, you know, like I don't know how you do it, Hamza. Like, it's easy. Like, I don't work hard, and it's a very interesting topic that you only need to work hard, and you only need to push past those weak mindsets, like the mental demons that stop you from doing stuff. You only need to push past that originally. It doesn't stay that difficult. Let's say if you've never worked out before and you're watching all my videos, you're watching people online, you know, like, oh yeah, you should work out, you should exercise to get, you know, loads of benefits and you'll look good and everything. And you go to the gym, the first day is like, it's pretty tough, but you were motivated, you like went through like a shitty, you know, you're doing like the shit that beginners do in the gym, just like fucked up stuff, just fucking around on the machines or whatever. And you're like, oh my god, you know, like, this is my new life, like, I'm gonna be doing this every day. Like, oh, hey guys, like, I'm in the gym. You come home and, you know, you feel proud of yourself and everything, all good, I'm gonna go tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes around and you're just fucking tired. It's cold outside. You're like, oh yeah, but I've gotta do that work. And you know, it's like, I'm really, really sore. Like, my chest is killing from yesterday. Like, oh my god, I don't know how people do this all the time. You miss a day, then you kind of like muster up the courage and the motivation to go in like 2 days. And you know, it's a big struggle when you first start something like the gym. And I think that a lot of people, potentially not you anymore, but just a lot of the general population, like the fucking civilians, they think that it stays like that, and that's why they can't continue. So when they see someone who's going to the gym consistently and just like, you know, lifting weights consistently, it seems like a massive feat. Like, it seems to them like we're doing something crazy because they've only had that 1 or 2 gym session experience, and they think that every session is like that, but it's not. So I don't, like in my workouts, for example, I don't pussy out. I hit PRs. My strength is getting fucking sick these days. Like, I'd say my strength, like, I'd officially now be considered strong, which is nice. So I'm training hard. Like, I grit my teeth through the fucking workout. I have to like exhale, I have to like make noises and everything. So I know that I'm working hard. The PR's going up, making pretty damn like fast progress in terms of strength and muscle. But it doesn't actually feel hard. Do you know what the beautiful thing is? Like, it literally feels fun. I'm kind of bored and upset that I didn't get to go to the gym today because it's a rest day, and I was like, oh yeah, like I am due for a rest day. It's been a while now, and it's like legs tomorrow. My legs are still sore from like the previous workout. It's the same with the business. It's the same with everything that I do. None of it actually feels hard. Why? Because it's fun for me. And it, like, you can absolutely, like, when you first start off, you absolutely have to go with the mindset of like doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Whatever it is, exercise or work or whatever, or reading or meditation, your brain is specifically going to tell you like not to do it because it's hard and we don't want to. If you push past that and you get to the point when you've made progress, like, progress is like the greatest motivator of all. No matter what other thing you could think of, seeing progress and getting recognized for that progress is the greatest motivational factor by far. Once you get to that point, honestly, it's like, it doesn't feel difficult. You need to get to the point where these things feel fun. Some people are still fighting the uphill battle, and I think it's a certain mindset. Like, to me, everything I do is fun. Every single thing I do is fun. That's why, like, this life is like, it's easy for me. Like, I don't work hard. I literally like do the things which I literally enjoy. The reason why, now it's gonna start pissing some people off, it's because I don't do conventional fun things. The most conventional fun thing is like every now and then I'll go on a date with a girl and I'll drink. So that was like side topic, but I went out last night. I went on a date with this girl for like cocktails, and then she went to the toilet. I went to the bar, like she just went to, as soon as like a girl on a date, I know we're getting sidetracked for just random shit we talk about on this channel. As soon as, like, if I'm on a date with a girl and she goes to the toilet, bro, I stand up and I literally start speaking to people around me. And this time, like, I went to the bar, started speaking to the people there, like they were celebrating like their Christmas party, but they were like still open or something. And they were all like, there was like 5-6 people there. They were like all really, really nice to me, and I was going up. They just got me drinks, like free drinks and everything when I was speaking to them, and then they just started like pouring out like Jaeger bombs and everything. So I'm doing a drink with them, and I recorded it on Instagram, and I got so many messages of guys who were like, oh my god, Hamza, why are you drinking like that? They're like, you said you're on self-improvement. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. When did I ever say that you can't like go out and fucking enjoy yourself every now and then, bro? Like, fucking relax. But I forgot what the point of this was. But yeah, I don't know why I brought up that story, but it was just, why did I bring up that story? Oh yeah, in terms of fun, right? So that's pretty much like the most conventionally fun, like normal person fun thing that I do is like every now and then I'll take like a night off, and the morning's a bit fucked. Like I'll stay up a little bit later, like I'll stay up till like 12. So usually I'm in bed at 9, but I'll stay up till 12. I usually have like 4 drinks. I'll meet a girl in town centre or something like that. That's what I did yesterday, and it's like the last time I did that was like, I don't know, like a while. Like the last time I had like a first date was like with Mary, so it was like months ago. But the last time I actually met Mary was like a month ago or something, or something similar to that. So it's like on average maybe once a month I'll have one night like that. That's pretty much all I do in terms of fun, normal people fun stuff. That's why this stuff of self-improvement is fun for me. That's why the gym is fun for me. That's why I'm doing these videos and doing like my business work, and that's why reading, for example, is a big one. Reading and learning is fun for me. Like I actually enjoy it. I'm actually motivated for it because I'm not frying my motivation. Like yes, bro science, but shut the fuck up, bro. Like everyone understands bro science. I don't have to, like, when I talk about dopamine detoxing and some spurgs come in and they're like, oh, that's not the right, shut the fuck up, bro. When did I ever say I was a fucking scientist and I'll tell you the real explanation of dopamine? It just makes sense to me. If it's bro, like, it's good enough, bro, just relax. It's not shut the fuck up, you dumbass. But I'm not frying my dopamine receptors day by day watching porn and playing fucking video games like most guys are. Even guys on self-improvement are still playing video games. Like I know a couple of them will be watching this getting pissed off because it's like, it's that same fucking, like I'm actually kind of like not salty, but I actually just read like the messages and I'm just thinking like, come on, bro, that's exactly what I say in my videos, where it's like, oh, but video games aren't that bad because when I do 700 hours of work per day and I meditate and I read, and then why can't I play 1 hour of my video games? Like, come on, bro. This is why, bro. Because when you have something that is like this much fun, reading, the self-improvement habits, they're just not fun anymore. Our emotions are always based on relevance. That's such a fact. Our emotions are always based on relevance. If you're having this much enjoyment and stimulation from porn and from video games, the stuff that's this much fun is simply just not going to seem fun. And if, let's say with YouTube videos, if you watch a long form video like this and you really like them, but eventually you start watching like hyper edited videos like my main channel, Mr. Beast, it goes here. Those type of guys who only watch those videos now can't sit through a video like this because our emotions are based on relevance. And if you fucked up this like thing in your mind that gets you used to something, you now only find stuff like this fun. And the way to prove this is what happens to our brain when we watch porn. And we just keep, you've been watching porn for a while. The first time we all jacked off, it was probably to a picture. It's probably to like a fucking imagination. And you do that for a couple of months, and eventually, like at least for me, I remember like it took a while to like level up to like porn videos. And even then, it was like the first type of videos I'd ever watched was like lesbian and like pretty like soft core and everything. And by the time like I stopped fapping, it was literally like fucked up, like not fucked up, but it was like hyper edited, like fast paced fucking, like you're a fucking zombie just watching like 100 different porn clips that like someone's edited to be like the most stimulating version possible. Because you keep leveling up your tolerance to this stimulation. Most people still, even on self-improvement, are still fucking themselves up with that because of this idea like, it's only 1 hour of video. No, it's not, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. No, it's not 1 hour. Don't you fucking lie to me, bro. Don't you lie to yourself. It's not 1 hour. Be a little bitch and say, yes, Hamza, I'm gonna play for 3 hours and like I'll have some more respect for you. But this bullshit, like, it's only 1 hour. Like, you sound like a crackhead, bro. It's only one shot of heroin. Like, shut the fuck up. This is why it's not fun for you. If this stuff isn't fun for you, I'm telling you, it's because you're doing some like bad choices. If reading isn't fun, if doing your work, if studying isn't fun, I'm telling you, it's because you've got a fucked up mind from this other like bad habit bullshit that you're doing. Hopefully, you're watching this video, you can have some like responsibility for once in your life. Stop being a little bitch and actually think like, yes, like he sounds like an asshole and he's being a bit offensive, but like he's probably right. Have some humility to think that you aren't like the true fucking master, that you know everything right now. You need momentum for this self-improvement shit. You need momentum for the business and for the physique, for the going to the gym sessions, to get into the mental health practices, mindfulness and gratitude, to start learning more. You need momentum for it, and that momentum gets destroyed when you just stop that that like enjoyment because you just hyper stimulate your brain instead. I still think most guys, like we know for a fact that just most guys in general are like that. We know most guys do like the fun stuff and that's why they can't do this shit. We know most guys are fucking up their mind and their presence that they can't even read a fucking paragraph of a book without their mind wandering. Like that's embarrassing. As much as I, want to help those guys and everything, we've got to take a second to think that's how fucking embarrassing is that we can't even read a paragraph these days without our mind just like fucking off somewhere else. That's because of the shit that you're doing online, because you're playing hyper stimulant video games and you're watching porn and you're like watching the fucking news because you think it's being productive or some bullshit. Ask yourself right now, and don't bullshit just because you want the easy answer. This is only for your self-improvement. You don't have to answer yourself to me or anything. Is this stuff fun for you, or are you running uphill? If you're running uphill, I have full confidence that you're going to fail and that you're gonna slink back. You're gonna like disappear from the self-improvement space. I'm gonna stop seeing your comments appear on my videos and everything. You're gonna slip back to the normal world because you've got one foot like in self-improvement, one foot in the normal world. If this stuff isn't fun for you, this needs to be one of your priorities. If you want to secure the growth that comes from self-improvement and you're envisioning your future self looking back and being like grateful for the stuff that you're doing right now, you're only going to get to that point if you actually enjoy all of this stuff up until then. It takes this like rock hard kind of discipline to do things you don't enjoy for a long term. And some people can do it, like a lot of people can do it short term, no problem. You can muster up the courage to do a fucking 30-day gym transformation type of shit, to do something difficult. And that's fine. But it will fall off. You always will fall to the level of your James Clear from Atomic Habits said that you'll fall to the level of your systems, like to your automatic behavior, and our automatic behavior is based on that idea of like the reward and what we enjoy. If this is fun for you, if you literally look forward to reading, and don't bullshit just because you think that that's the answer that I want to hear, and I'm saying I enjoy reading, be completely honest to yourself. Even though that's like the harder answer, like that's the one that's the right answer to hold your hand up right now and say like, yeah, actually, like it's not actually fun for me. You know what? Like I am actually like resenting some of the self-improvement stuff. I don't want to meditate and stuff. Like be honest with that. If you can be honest with that and actually sit there and stare at your fucking wall and do some thinking instead of just scrolling on Netflix or some bullshit. Sit there and just think, okay, like I'm not enjoying this stuff. How could I make this a priority? Excuse me. So that I have fun during all of this. If you have fun during this, we've got confidence. We know for a fact you're not going to quit. Because that's such a beautiful experience. When you enjoy the hard work, when you, like, it's not even hard work at that point, when you enjoy these tasks, you're not going to go and do something else, are you? Like, I have no, like, inclination to play, like, fucking video games or, like, do normal people stuff, to go onto, like, Netflix or something. Because I enjoy this stuff. Why would I go on Netflix when I enjoy reading? It's a very, very powerful mindset. It requires you to have some humility. And one extra thing that I've just wrote here. To make this stuff fun, you need autonomy. There's research on, of course I'm not going to link the research or anything, but like, trust me, I don't give a fuck, bro. But there's research on this that autonomy is like freedom of choice. Having freedom of choice is very important for the sake of fulfillment and happiness. Like it's it's one of those quotes, like freedom's the most important thing. Freedom of the tasks that you choose to do is very, very important. This is why I really enjoy reading right now, but I didn't when I was forced to read in the education system, and you might feel similar. If you're going to do something like that, where I'm talking about reading, and you're like, oh yeah, like I would like to read, but like reading's kind of shit right now because the school's making me read some dumbass book or some textbook or something. You should still be reading. This idea that everyone, like if you're a student, this part's only to students right now, but it's just popping up in my mind, like every fucking student copes like this, and you better not be like one of them because you're just fucking average, where they have like a reading assessment. Let's say that they've got a book that they've got to read for university, and then they've also got like a book that they want to read, and they're like, oh, like I'll just read this one because it's for school. Like no, you won't. You just won't read then. You literally just won't read that much then, and you'll hate reading. Like reading, 100% of your reading time will be boring stuff that you're forced to do like a fucking slave. If you're like a student right now, do both. Read both. Do this one for the minimum minimum effective dose, like how much you need to read for the sake of getting the grade that you want, but still read the book that you want. This is very, very important. You choose what you want to pursue in your self-improvement, the books that you want to read. You should have this level of curiosity. One sec. So one of the things that I do, which I feel like is somewhat different from a lot of people, is like I don't invest in a single book. A lot of people do this like ego thing of like, how many books per week do you read? How many books per, like, shut the fuck up, bro. That's, if you've ever asked me that question, you're a dumb fuck, bro. How many books are you reading per year, Hamza? Shut the fuck. What the fuck, bro? Is that what reading is to you? It's like some cock measuring, like, I've read 50 books. Shut the fuck up. What the? This isn't a fucking Netflix show. This isn't like shit that you like sit there like I've counted how many you've read. Like, it doesn't work like that. Do you want to know the way to make reading fun? This, like, I guess this is still relevant to this video, but the way to make reading fun or any of these tasks fun is this autonomy of choice to go with where you're curious. Any single time. Now, this is maybe a privilege because I'm making money, like I don't mind spending like $5-10 on a book, but any single time I want to get a book, I buy it. No second thoughts whatsoever. I hop on my Kindle, I buy it instantly. I've got 50, maybe 100, but I don't know how many. Like, I've got a good amount of books there which I haven't read. Maybe I've read like 5-10% of them, and I like it that way. You know why? Because instantly when I get curious and I want to learn about confidence, there's a book on confidence that I've already got. I want to learn about trauma, there's a book on trauma. I'm interested right now in sleep, I'll read the book on sleep. But reading is not this idea of like what school taught you, which is like, okay, read this book from start to finish and like remember, like, you know, just read it and write fucking notes and like highlight it like a fucking moron, bro. Stop highlighting shit. Reading isn't reading. Like, that might be reading technically, but that isn't learning. The education system, they never even taught you how to learn. It's a shame, really. You make reading fun, for example, by allowing yourself to read exactly what you're curious about. That's the beautiful part of reading. You don't constrict yourself. Imagine if I said, no, you have to read this book. You're currently interested in sleep, but no, you're going to read this book on diet. And you know, you might be like, oh, you know, like, diet's not too bad or something, but like, if you read the book on sleeping today when you had the curiosity of sleep, you'd read it like a fucking child, like trying to discover like the secrets. And the same can be said for everything. You need to be enjoying and having the freedom of choice for the tasks that you do in your business, and you need to be like getting used to being an entrepreneur and outsourcing it. Of course, sometimes you don't have the autonomy and the freedom of this when you're working a 9 to 5, like a normal person job, or when you're currently studying. And that's why those particular things, a lot of people don't enjoy studying or working a job, because you don't really get that much freedom in those places. Take what you can from this video, and like, if you can induce more freedom, more curiosity, more fun and momentum in the things that you care about, it's all in your benefit.